Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Aditi Ghosh on your favorite Pythagorean numerology channel, Inner World Revealed, and this is the November 2022 numerology forecast for all of you. So I'm sure people might have by now felt the slowdown in economic growth, rise in inflation, reduced spending by the consumers because financial conditions were kind of tightening, and due to that, amid all the grand festivities of October, there was a slight air of tension perhaps. And now November 2022 brings us a great opportunity to get our money and financial situation in order. November, we have to know, is the universal month 8 right now, and this number 8, as we all know, rules the world of businesses and finances. So this can be surely a great opportunity for setting financial goals for the next few months to come, for making very budgeted plans and working more sincerely towards achieving our targets and putting the required effort. I'd say sometimes we would also need to put more effort, but the reward that will come would be in equal measures, if not more. So surely this is the time to think in very materialistic terms, to think about financial growth and financial progress, and to become more productive as a whole. At the same time, we are also going to see the final outcome, or rather reap the harvest of some good decisions that were made in the past. And sometimes we are also going to face the hardships brought by some wrong judgments made in the past. But all in all, what I can surely say is that we're going to have some very good amount of progress and very good amount of activity during November 2022. Now that was a little peek into what the people of the world as a whole are going to feel. But the very specific role that you're going to play in your life can only be seen from the personal numbers that are going to be activated for you, which include the personal year and the personal month numbers. And now I'm going to make the process of understanding your personal month forecast very simple for you. You don't need to know, you don't need to find out your personal month numbers. You simply need to know how you have to find your personal year number. And the method is very simple. Just add all the digits of your last birthday and reduce it to a single digit number, and that is your ongoing personal year number. And this ongoing personal year would again change on your upcoming birthday. So basically your birthday is a very important transition point in your life, and if you wish to learn more about the importance of the moment of birth that you have, you can click on the I button and watch my vlog on the same topic in details. For now, in short, what I'm going to tell you is that the very specific day on which you're born divides the month into two parts. Say if you're born on the 15th of any month, in that case 1st to 15th would be the first part of the month. So 1st to 15th of November would be the first part of November for you, and the later part would be 15th to the 30th of November. You know, this knowledge of what could be the upcoming trends for you to deal with in the near future would help you to prepare mentally for what could be coming, and then to deal with it correctly. To gain more insight upon how you can use this knowledge of numbers to make the most important decisions in your life, you can definitely read my book Cycle of 9. It is basically a sequel to my first book for beginners, which is called All is One. And both these books are fabulous resources available to you for absolutely free on Kindle Unlimited. And if you're a numerology enthusiast, you won't mind checking them. Okay, so now that you know how you can very easily find your activated personal year number right now and how you can know your transition point, you can now click on the timestamps which are corresponding to your personal years which are provided in the description box below, and find your numerology personal month forecast for November 2022. So let us begin with it, and let me first come to all of you who are in your personal year 1. So for you, the second part of October was about sticking to the ideas and decisions that you'd already squared upon before that, and was about maintaining a basic, cool, calm and composed approach. Now this first part of November for you is going to be a continuation of that kind of approach. You're going to maintain that kind of supportive and helpful approach. As you transition into the second part of November, you would need to start expressing yourself more freely without fear. You would need to use your creativity, you would need to use your communication skills and become more social and engaged with people. Any kind of opportunity for socializing should not be missed, because you may end up meeting some very important people, so be ready for that. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 2, and for all of you, possibly the second part of October was a time when you started receiving some positive feedback from people and the tense air started lightening. So that gave you the opportunity to become more social and become more expressive. And the same trend is going to continue during the first part of November as well. You can unwind, you can explore and relax more. Now, as the second part of November sets in for you, you would need to become more goal-oriented, focused, and more serious about your work and about managing your finances. You would need to organize your life and put all the things in order so that you become more efficient with your work. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 3, and the second part of October for you was a time of paying attention to all the practical aspects of life. Perhaps you became a bit busy with organizing things and enforcing a method and system in your life. And the same trend is going to continue during the first part of November as well. You're going to remain a bit concerned about securing your future and strengthening your foundations for a while. And as soon as the second part of November sets in, your life is going to become a little more active. Communication with people around you is going to increase, and you would feel completely involved in answering texts, attending meetings and parties, and a kind of restless energy inside you is going to grow, which will keep you on the move for a while. So this is going to be a very exciting time for you that you can look forward to. It's going to have some interesting surprises as well. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 4. And for you, the second part of October might have been a time when you felt the restless and unsettling energy a bit. You were kind of pushed to be on the move, to interact with more people, to gather more information, which was obviously available to you, so your mind was quite busy and restless. The same trend shall continue during the first part of November for you as well. And now, as you would transition into the second part of the month, you would wish to settle down more at home, or perhaps get more involved with your family or the domestic scene in some way. You may as well consider decorating or redecorating your home, or perhaps beautifying your surroundings and taking care of your domestic responsibilities a little more. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 5, and for you, the second part of October was a time of doing the balancing act, balancing home front, balancing work front, balancing personal relationships and professional relationships, and paying attention to both your emotions and your career. The first part of November is going to be a continuation of the same. And then, as you transition into the second part of November, your need for some time alone to take care of your own mind, soul, and body is going to rise. It will come as a bit of a silent time in an otherwise very busy personal year, and you can use it to become more connected to your spiritual side and to take care of your physical well-being. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 6, and for you the second part of October was most likely a very introspective time when you might have found opportunities to connect with your inner self. It was most possibly a calmer and quieter time when the pace of progress you might have felt had slowed down a bit. The same trend shall continue during the first part of November as well. As the second part of November will set in, the pace will seem to gear up a bit in speed all of a sudden, and at the same time you would be given more responsibilities to take care of. Most possibly it could be coming from the work front, and you should see this actually as an opportunity to show your skill, determination and efficiency. If you would give your best, it shall surely pay off. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 7, and for you the second part of October was a bit of an active time in an otherwise silent year, and you found all the opportunities to focus on your goals and show your grit and efficiency. But at the same time, some detachment from materialistic drive was needed. The same trend shall continue during the first part of November as well. And as the second part of November sets in, you would start feeling the introspective energy rising once again. It would be a good time for some house cleaning now. But remember, you're not supposed to make any kind of big changes because this is the personal year 7 running, and that's the bigger theme. Small changes in how you think about life can surely be facilitated. Just go with the flow of life and don't push too hard for results. Just see what you can do. This brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 8, and for you the second part of October was a time of clearing your closets and relinquishing the things, the feelings and the people that were of no need anymore. And you were to be compassionate, and you were to release them without holding any grudges and set them free. The same trend shall continue during the first part of November as well. And then as the second part sets in, you would be in a good position to initiate some new idea. The idea that you would initiate, the projects that you would set in motion and the decisions that you would make during the second part of November will impact your life in future. So you would really need to think hard and focus, and you have to be very decisive. Finally, this brings me to all of you who are in your personal year 9. For you, the second part of October was a time of some important decision making. You were to balance your decisions with mercy and compassion, as the bigger theme was that of 9, and 9 never supports selfishness. It is the most selfless number. The same trend will be felt by you during the first part of November as well. And as the second part sets in, you would need to stick to the decisions that you'd already made during the first part and follow through. Even though you would be in two minds, you shouldn't be making changes, mind it. You would also need to show a calm and composed approach. You would need to avoid all kinds of disputes and controversies and try to settle things more peacefully by using your persuasive skills. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was your personalized numerology forecast for November 2022. A perfect tool for you to be there in the right place at the right time. If you've been always wondering why only some people seem to be lucky all the time, getting all the opportunities, making all the money, getting ahead in business, getting ahead in life, cherishing loving relationships, and raising happy children, I'd say the answer to it is very simple. They are simply timed correct. They are better aligned with the cosmos as compared to you. And right now, you too have this tool to align yourself better with the cosmos. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this log was useful for you, and if so, please remember to hit the like button and show some love. Show some support by also subscribing to my channel and sharing my logs. You can also like my Facebook page or follow me on Instagram. All the relevant links are provided in the description box. That'll be all for today. Have a very good time. Bye bye.